So today we're going to take a look at NRG and how they managed to mount a massive comeback against Team Liquid on Haven and win that map. And to me, a lot of it really came down to this C site. There was a lot of action on the C site, particularly retakes from NRG. But NRG's retakes on this defensive side on C were so good that it meant that setups like this were pretty common for them, right? Where we're just playing full retake C, whether they had ults or not. And, we can have 3 players towards A, we can have a pretty, big killjoy setup towards B. These are the kinds of things that they were going for quite commonly. This Viper wall they were doing a lot. And obviously, if you can just trust in retaking a site over and over and over again, what that means is you can kind of stack the rest of the map. And we saw a lot of this from NRG, and it saw a lot of success. And let's start off with round number 15 early on. This is the bonus round for Team Liquid, so it's not like a, massive disappointment that they lost this one. But we instantly start to see, some of the early patterns of this C retake, where you'll see that Team Liquid don't seem to really know what to do with this Viper wall. Do we push past this Viper wall? Do we just retreat back? Where do we actually go? They seemed a bit confused by it, as you'll see. And, well, as we can see, Team Liquid in this round are just going to 4-stack. They're just going to send it. This time FNS is on the site, but you see he quickly kind of has to retreat. But we're going to go for that fast flood retake, right? These 3 players all kind of get in kind of range there to go for this fast retake. Redguard's going to TP in. They've got the dog coming here, Team Liquid. We've got safe dashing in. We've got the aftershock down here. So, they very quickly take this site. And already, this is like a decent, position to be in for Team Liquid, particularly on a bonus. They're going to get the spike down and whatnot. But you'll see very quickly here that NRG, they don't even really have that much util, right? Like Crashies, who's their flasher, is still quite far away, right? So they aren't even going to really have this retake with a flash. They're basically just going to do this harbor wall here and so have the 2 kind of dissecting walls across the site. And you see that Redguard is kind of trapped in it, planting the spike just here. And then they're just going to cascade out here and just pretty much go off that, right? And you'll see Team Liquid don't really know what to do. The alarm bot is also going to go off towards Garage here. That obviously is going to tell them 1 player's there. But it's going to be very, very clean from NRG. And even with, no flash and 3 players just here, they still managed to make it work pretty flawlessly.
This is a free plant here so far. Oh, the retake's flooding in, though.
Yeah, they're starting to rush forward. Some trying to get himself into the site. Vanessa, however, going to be able to find one, and Safe gets taken down. Redguard swinging around the backside, gets struck out as well. Just trying to play with an unexpected tempo and aggression, but they managed to shut him down. Assam holds the angle across into garage, and suddenly it is only Nats remaining. Tap onto the spike, spotting 1, but there's just so much to deal with. It would need to be an ace at this range with a ghost in hand, so NRG will be able to take this round after all, it would seem. Nano thrown down, Artist gonna start rushing forward. Flash goes out, tries to turn away from it, but as he looks back, Artist is there, ready to claim him, and claim him he does.
Now let's come to round number 17, which to me was really the turning point in this game. This time, Team Liquid are going to go for a C split, and, well, it's going to start off really great for Team Liquid, as you'll see, but this is one of multiple 5v3s that they managed to lose across this whole series, and to me, this was where the game kind of flipped, and Team Liquid would only win 1 of, the next rounds all the way up to round 26. So, really was a domination. So they come for this C split, and again, you can see here, NRG, if Team Liquid want to go fast C, and just run it down C, they will get the spike down, almost guaranteed. Again, NRG kind of happy to let that happen. This time just trying to hold on to Garage here. But what you're going to see is we're about to get a dog from Soulcast. The dog comes in, it does get destroyed, and so they don't quite know about FNS. Victor does his job here to destroy it. He does get stunned here as well, but Team Liquid will still manage to check on it and manage to get both kills after Victor is stunned.
Going forward, gets cleared out very quickly. Victor forced back and Safe gets the read. Swings in, finds him, finds Victor to boot. 2 kill for him as Sam tries to get around the backside, but the turret alerts him of his presence, and now it is being watched by Nats.
Okay, so we've ended up in this 3v5, and they even get the information on Som as well, right? This turret is shooting at him, and so they know that Som is there as well. There is one kind of crucial error that we see here, and this was not the only time in this series this happened, unfortunately, for Team Liquid, but there is, as we can see, just a tiny gap in the smoke here where Artist with his op can look that way, but we're going to see a moment of brilliance here from NRG, where Crashies is going to dog down here, and Artist is going to walk into that smoke, and then I think just using his map, essentially, you know, with where the dog can see these players, managed to find a kill with the up there on Soulcast. Really, really well played. And then you're going to see Team Liquid try and then kind of fight this smoke. Maybe they don't know if there's fully a gap in it. I'm not quite sure. With an Omen flash just here, Yampy's going to swing, and he's going to die to the gap in the smoke.
Operating in the hands of Artis. Trying to go for this retake. Already tagged down, just blind spray through, but seems like Ping coming across off the back of the Trailblazer manages to find a second.
Okay, so that puts us back in a 3v3, and that triggers Nats to want to go and put this Killjoy lockdown here in towards Garage. But NRG obviously have to then go and deal with that, so they do. They start to kind of pinch on this position, and Nats kind of on his own with this Killjoy lockdown. He can't really defend it, and so when the flash comes in, Som's going to destroy it. And then I've actually seen this happen multiple times where this like little corridor here between Garage and kind of C is just too long to kind of back up out of and kind of get away from. And so Som is going to then find Nats, and then from there, again, NRG are pretty much going to clean up the rest of them and win this round.
You should run.
Blades are at the ready, but Nats is all right. We drop this lockdown in. So they want to go for the push. They want to try to break this down. Som does come in. Up from mid, finds it, gets the headshot through. Nat's going to be taken down. A 3v2, the time ticking away. Heals out from Crashies, puts Nats back to, or Artis back to full. And Artis finds a third kill. Just on Redguard now, the IGL, the smoke is up. The fuse held to half. Reads that he's going to be over at Lumber, finds one, but needs to push into the cove, and Crashies is waiting for him, bodyguarding. The defuse can come in with just a couple seconds to spare. The off will be recovered, and NRG keep themselves afloat.
Okay, next let's come to round 22. So we're getting close now. As you can see towards the end, it's 12-9. So every round kind of matters at this point. But what you're going to see here is actually we get a bit of a bit more of a heavy presence towards C. Perhaps feeling like, you know, they had been playing retake, or, you know, a retake kind of setup a lot here, NRG. So maybe, you know, kind of, you know, going for a bit of a change up setup, but they don't get the first C hit that perhaps they wanted there. They managed to push up Artis with A here with the dog, but now we get the C split coming in from Team Liquid. The dog comes in towards Garage here, the pop of the Nano Swarm, and they will manage to kind of come in here with the Seekers. The dash comes in there from Safe as well, but we're going to get a fast harbor ult coming out from Som just to try and stop this as Team Liquid are kind of, you know, starting to scale up to the site. We're going to get the harbor ult in here to just stop them, and that's going to delay proceedings for just a little while. So there you get that harbor ult. You see the Red Guard does manage to get out onto the site actually, but, you know, with the harbor ult, he can't really push past that Viper wall again, so they pop the Killjoy lockdown. And as this lockdown's going off, a crucial decision is going to be made, because this lockdown, you know, does have this little gap at the back of the site. And what you're going to see is that, you know, these players start retreating, and keep your eye on Victor, because Victor, initially, when you watch him here, you know, it looks like he's going to retreat and come back this way, right? But eventually here, he just makes a decision at this point to come and play with FNS. Now, I don't know if this is FNS, you know, kind of communicating to do that, or whether it's just a decision like in the moment. Maybe he thought he wouldn't even get out this way, so he just decided to come this way. But that is honestly going to win them the round, because whilst FNS will go 1-for-1 here in terms of getting a kill, Team Liquid do not expect this second player whatsoever. And so when a flash comes out here, you're going to see it all lines up perfectly for Vic to get 2 kills. But still, the round ends up close. But then Crashies is Crashies, and Crashies always wins these situations.
Forward, Finesto, he's got just a bit of a window trying to work with where he is not in, and oh man, gets that final shot across in the garage to take down Soulcast, but Redguard trades him out. Spike plant coming in, the flash, Victor, so many targets to choose from! He's gonna be able to find 2 of them. Eventually falls to Redguard's hand, who now gets taken out by Crashies. And leaves Safe with no health and no hope. Cut down, and NRG continue to run it back.
And then let's finish here with the very last round, round number 26. So we're in overtime now, and fittingly, look at the map. We're gonna get a C split coming in again from Team Liquid here. And again, NRG happy to let you have it, because they trust in their retakes, and that was for good reason, as we've already seen in this video. So what we're going to get here is, you know, we get a quick sparring of util kind of towards A, the smoke in here, the flash and whatnot. But again, the dog comes out from Crashies, pushes deep, and gets kind of Artist set up just here. But Team Liquid, as we see, are entering in towards Garage. You've got, again, Safe just dashing in there and managing to get them in towards Garage, and then they're going towards the site. As they dug through, they see that nothing is really there, and you know, they're in a good position to take the site at this point. Now Nats is going to throw in this nanoswarm here, and you see that FNS, you know, he thinks about going for this kind of sneaky play, sneaking down here and hoping to get these kills as they flood in, but that nanoswarm, I don't know, he kind of gives him a moment of hesitation, and then he doesn't quite know if to shoot it or not, but he doesn't want to give away his position, so he just kind of stays here. But now we get this map looking like this, right, where NRG are kind of ready to go for their retake, but this one's going to be more of kind of a full set retake. They're going to flood into the site. It's going to be a full 5v5. And Team Liquid, you know, at this point had taken a, you know, there'd been a timeout in overtime, and they clearly talked about how they want to play this post punt, because what you're going to see is that all going to pretty much decide to play ahead of the Viper wall, right? That's the change that they're going to make. They had lost on this C retake a lot of times, and so they just decided, well, let's all just play here. Very kind of weird, you know, you normally wouldn't see that, and just kind of really focus and kind of stop this, you know, retake at first sight, basically. But you'll see again that Crashies is gonna, you know, just do Crashies work, to be honest, and just go crazy, because look at them all on the site, all on this back site, going crazy. And really, yeah, this idea is a great idea, right? I really like the adaptation here by Team Liquid. The problem is they're playing against Crashies, who's just going to absolutely destroy them. And so you see we get a bit of a sparring here with the flash. In comes this harbor wall just here, and it's just going to be a lot of fights down here towards CT. You see the FNS swings out into it, and he is not expecting as many people are looking at him when he first goes round, but then Crashies is going to find a ton of kills. We'll end up in a 1v1, and Artis is going to win that 1v1.
Flush in the corner, safe with a peek. Not seeing much of anything though. Shots go out, decides to pull back away. Finesse this time cannot be the hero. The Crashies, he's set up to do it. Managing to find three, and now it's just Nats tucked away at Lumber. The Seeker let loose. Nats will be able to clear that one out. Artis left standing. He gets the headshot. He's in onto the spike, holding it for dear life, praying that he's got enough time. And it's just enough, in fact. 0.41 left to go as NRG will take the map 14-12.